welcome back to my channel. My name is Maya D if you're new. If you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. And if you're here because you just wait for me to drop another braces update, but you haven't subscribed yet, what you doing? Like, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, because today, if y'all haven't already seen by the title of this video, the updates, we're about to get active, like so active. Okay, we have started space closure. It's about to be a journey, but before I hop into all of like the nitty-gritty of this video, y'all know I vlogged my experience getting my power chains at the orthodontist, and so I'm about to insert that footage right here so that y'all can come along with me on that journey. Hey y'all, it's a pretty big day. I think today may be the day that I begin the journey. Is this shaking? Relax, bro. Turn the car off. Begin the journey of closing my gap. I don't know how to feel about it. I'm definitely excited. It's nerve-wracking because I've legit had a gap my entire life. That's crazy. It feels like a step into adulthood in a way. My gap was who I was, but I'm stepping into like this new version of myself that I've kind of sought after my entire life. Like, I've always had this idea of like, well, I wonder what if, well, I wonder this and I wonder that, which is a part of the reason why I got braces to begin with, because like, I'm almost 28 years old, and it's like, yeah, do I want to spend the next 28 years of my life wondering what my life will be like if I would have gotten this, if I would have gotten that? Like, no, just do it right now. And if all else fails and I miss it, I could just stop wearing my retainer. Seriously, like, I could just do that. But yeah, I don't really have anything else to say. Again, I told y'all, I'm just kind of taking up some time while I wait to go. And yeah, it could be a big day. So I just kind of wanted to get this on camera, and this might be the last time I see myself with like a legit gap, even though I have braces on. Okay, toodaloo. Oh, you did red again. It's so used to me having the red. That's so funny.
Alright, let's do the purple. Alright, so you start feeling a little tighter up here now.
Okay.
There's gonna be a big pool over here. Got one little wing on. Yeah, this is a big. Yeah, it's a pretty big space, but we can do it. I just don't want it to snap.
Yeah. Oh, I can heal it.
Really?
Yes. Oh my God.
Here, I'll fix it right now. Oh yeah, it feels tight when I'm pulling my thing.
That's crazy. So like, will they both move at the same time? Like these two, or will it just be this one?
No, it'll be like, I think it'll be, we're pulling this one over there a little bit, and that one will come as well with it.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
so it'll kind of, because you said he wants to move things that way, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You still want me to do the figure eights on the other ones?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm super excited. Alright, is everything feel okay everywhere? You feel any poking or bothering you anywhere?
Mm-mm. Alright, so I know the first half of that video was a lot of rambling. Again, like in that video, I was wasting time. So that video actually was recorded, or I got my braces yesterday. So, or like my power chains. I went to Orthodontist yesterday. So today is a new day, but I really wanted to go ahead and do this video before the process really begins. So I guess I'll tell y'all the first 24 hours with my top power chains and what that experience has been like, and kind of go a little deeper into context into what is happening. Okay, so yesterday, as you can see, like throughout the vlog or whatever, yesterday went to the orthodontist. I had been wearing my class 3 rubber bands. My previous video was about how I just gotten rubber bands, and I had just gotten my bottom row power chains. So if you want to know about my rubber bands and whatnot, go and watch that last video. I'll link it down in the comments or in the description box. But yeah, so I went back in January and I didn't give y'all an update because I just felt like there just wasn't anything to update you guys on. Like, I went into the orthodontist knowing that he's probably just gonna keep me in rubber bands. Like, I knew it, and I knew I wasn't changing my color because it was right before Valentine's Day and I wanted to keep my red. So there was, in my mind, there was no reason for me to update y'all. And so I didn't. And again, he did not do anything that appointment. That appointment, he was like, you know what? I want you to keep wearing your rubber bands because I need your bottom row to continue to push back. And then he kind of tried to scare me a little bit. I don't know. It's like my orthodontist thinks I'm a kid, but I am paying for these braces out of my own pocket, and I am a grown adult. Okay, like if you tell me to do something, oh, I'm doing it. Okay, I'm not a kid who's not wearing her rubber bands. I am an adult who is following procedure. Okay, like you tell me to do something, I'm going to do it. And so he tried to threaten me and was like, you know what? If you're not wearing your rubber bands, I'm gonna have to put a spring in your mouth. A spring? No. That's not what we're doing, because again, I'm grown. What do I look like walking around with a spring in my mouth? Like, no, I'm too old for that, okay? So but then I did get a tip on my rubber bands, and they were like, you have to change them every 4 hours. And I'll be honest, when I was first wearing my rubber bands, I was keeping them on. Like, in my mind, I was like, I just keep them on all day. And then like, I was probably changing them maybe 2 to 3 times a day. But now, like, the second go round that I had them, like after my January appointment, I was probably changing my rubber bands 4 to 5 times a day, every day. Like, not playing any games. Like, give me put the tightest rubber bands back in my mouth, because we're making sure this is happening. I also refrain from talking as much, which is not that hard for me. But I tried to refrain from talking as much, and so like the process could do what it was supposed to do. So yeah, that was kind of like the in-between time. And so now when I went back yesterday for my orthodontist appointment, I went in there knowing, I was like, today is the day we're going to begin space closure, because he was telling me like that's my next step. And I had a true feeling in my gut. And I also knew I was finally changing that red off of my teeth, which, by the way, I loved the red. Like, loved it. It made my teeth look so white. If I put makeup on or anything like that, my teeth look white. So I love the red. If you're looking for a color, definitely do the red. But yeah, I went in there with so much confidence. I was like, today's the day. I even text my friends prior to, and I was like, I think I'm gonna get my power chains today on my top row to start closing my gap. So yeah, I went into my appointment and he told me to bite down per usual. And then he was like, okay. And he started talking to the dental assistant, I guess you call it orthodontist, assistants, dental assistants. I don't know their proper title, but the assistant. And he was telling her where he was like, okay, we're going to begin space closure. So I want the power chain up top. And I was like, I knew it. Like, I verbally said it. I was like, I knew today was going to be the day. And so we started that. And so basically what's happening now, and I'll get closer to the camera so that y'all can see. But I have power chains on the 3 right here. So 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2. So this side of my mouth is the side that we're moving. So this side is basically in place. Like, it's where it's supposed to be. This side is one that's like off-centered. So we will be moving this over here. So this will be in this space, and this will be in this space. So I don't know, honestly, like how that process works, if they're moving together, if one's gonna move by itself, if it's gonna create another space on this side, since I do have power chains coming on over here, and what that looks like. I'm not really sure. I wish I would have asked him so that I can kind of get an understanding of like what I'm about to see, because it is really going to be a complete shocker. Like, I've had a gap since I was a kid, and if you watch like my first video, I believe, on my braces journey, like over time it's gotten bigger, and I knew that it was going to get bigger as I continue to age, because that's just what happens to teeth. Like, teeth age as you age. And that's why I wanted to do something about it now. But because of that, like when I got my braces, as my teeth started to straighten out, my gap got wider. And so I may put in some progress pictures in here. Don't hold me to it, because I may be a little ashamed. But yeah, so like from the beginning of my braces journey, like my teeth were kind of like going inward, I guess you can say. And so now that they're like straight up and down, because they're all straight, like my gap kind of spread because my teeth straightened up. So now my gap is wider than what it was when I initially started my braces journey, but my side gap right here is smaller actually. So this one is smaller, but this one's gotten wider, my front gap. And so if you notice now, I only have one rubber band in. And if you've been watching this entire time, you're like, oh, she missing her rubber band, ain't she? Like, she forgot to put her rubber band back in before she started this video. No. He told me that, like, this side of my mouth was looking perfect. He was like, so you can stop wearing your rubber band over here, but because this is the side of your mouth that we are moving, I want you to continue to wear your class 3 elastics on that side. So this is the side that I have to continue to wear my rubber bands on. And I did ask him, like, will it revert the progress that I've made over here if I'm not wearing my rubber bands? And he was like, he said, no, not really, but his comparison was being in traffic. He was like, sometimes you're in traffic and you're going full speed, and sometimes you stop and it feels like you're not going anywhere, but you're not reversing, you're just not going anywhere. And then you go from that spot to like speeding back up again. And he was just saying how that's the process, like with rubber bands. So like I wore it, it did its progress, but right now we just want to keep it in its position before we put rubber bands back on and we go back into full speed as things start to move on this side. So that's what's happening. That's like the major update. I've definitely, since I've gotten my rubber bands on, had a complete change in my bite. I can't remember if I got a close-up of my bite in my last video, but again, it'll be in the description box below, so you can go and check that one out. But yeah, like, I'll get closer to what my bite looks like. So yeah, that's what my bite looks like now. I definitely have an overbite now, which I initially did not start with. So if my earlier videos, like, I had an open bite because my teeth met in the middle, and then when I got braces and my teeth got tighter, it created an open bite. And so now I have an overbite. We'll talk about the pain really quickly. When I first got my bottom row power chains, oh my God, they hurt so much. I was not expecting them to hurt because my braces, when I got them on, did not hurt. So I was like, oh, power chains, whatever. No, those hurt. And then when I got my top row yesterday, she was struggling to stretch this from like one tooth to the other. Like, she was struggling to stretch the power chain because it was stretching so far. And I was like, I can already feel the tension. Like, and so immediately when I left, I took ibuprofen, which has always been told, like, I've always been told to take ibuprofen whenever I have dental work anyway. So I was like, okay, this is gonna help me. So I took some ibuprofen and it helped. So like, I haven't really experienced too much pain, but if I try, I can definitely feel like the pressure of like the power chains on my teeth. Like, that's what I feel. It's a constant state of pressure. And so like, when I try to bite or I try to eat, like on my front row teeth right here, oh my gosh, it hurts so much. Like, it hurts so much. Like, trying to eat dinner last night, I was like, oh my goodness, I forgot I just got my power chains put on. And even trying to eat today, like, I have to eat on like the sides of my teeth right now because my front teeth, they're no good. I cannot bite down. I cannot any of that. So hopefully, like, I am relieved of that pressure by like the end of this week. And it's Wednesday right now, so hopefully I'm relieved of that pressure and I'll be able to eat like a normal person again. But yeah, I took ibuprofen like twice yesterday, like right after I got out of my appointment and then like right before I went to bed. And then I took some again this morning because I was like, I don't even want to start my day off. And then as I go on, my teeth start to hurt. So didn't want to do that. But yeah, that's kind of like what I've been doing within the first 24 hours of having my top row power chains. Again, also changed my color. I am loving this purple. Like, the purple is so cute. It's in the same hue, I feel like, as the red that I was wearing. So I kind of like those hue of colors. Like, not too dark, not too bright. Like, that orange, I hated that orange. I keep saying that, but like, I hated that orange. And yeah, I think it's also making my teeth look whiter. So really enjoying that. It's gonna be interesting to see how fast this moves and what that looks like. But thank y'all for watching this video of my braces update. It has now been 9 months and that's insane to think about. But I want to thank y'all for being a part of this journey again. And as always, if you have questions, video suggestions, or anything, please leave them down in the comment box below or in the comment section below. And I will see y'all in our next video. Bye, y'all.